Because right now, today's video begins with a shockwave. Because right now, somewhere in someone's pocket, inside a dusty old drawer, or stuck between forgotten coins at the bottom of a purse, life-changing treasure is hiding in plain sight. These aren't museum pieces or locked-away vault coins. These are coins that regular people found in normal pocket change, completely unaware that they were holding ultra-rare legends worth more than anyone could imagine. And the wild part? You might be holding one of them right now. What you're about to see are the top Monticello Jefferson nickels that transformed ordinary people into overnight treasure keepers. These coins look old, rusty, dirty, sometimes even ignored, but their rarity is so extreme that collectors chase them like precious artifacts of hidden wealth. Every coin we're talking about today has crossed the $300,000 mark in today's auction market, turning forgotten metal into a fortune that doesn't wait for anyone. Stay with me because the shock begins early and grows with every reveal. I'll show you the exact years, the surprising features, the forgotten mint errors, the dramatic history behind their creation, and the moment where the real magic comes in. And don't blink, because within the first 20 seconds of each coin, you will know whether the treasure in your pocket is the same treasure collectors are fighting over today. If you skip even a few seconds, you might miss the exact detail that separates a normal nickel from a world-class rarity. Watch till the end, because the last coin, coin number 5, might be the very coin hiding in your own pocket right now, waiting to rewrite your story. Let's begin the hunt. Our first treasure steps out of the shadows like a forgotten relic brushed with time. At first glance, it looks like nothing special. An old, dirty, yellow-tinted Monticello Jefferson nickel without any mint mark worn by years of circulation. But don't be fooled. The moment this coin shows up in your hand, you are holding a piece of American history that the collector's market treats like a rare gem hidden beneath dust. The date year of this coin sits in a critical chapter of the United States, a period when the country was shifting its economy, its minting practices, and its metal composition. In that window, unusual mint batches slipped into circulation, and a tiny portion of them became the ultra-rare survivors we chase today. This specific no-mint mark, Jefferson nickel, sits right in that moment. Sin, born when production stress, design fatigue, and inconsistent planchets collided to create unintentional rarity. Its background is rich. The Monticello design was meant to be a symbol of American resilience and architectural pride, but the older the coin, the more the imperfections start narrating their own story. This one, especially in its antique yellow shade, shows chemical aging that only deepens its mystique. The composition of copper nickel, blended through machinery that was anything but modern, gives this coin unique surface quirks that collectors love. And when you see the worn edges and the softened Monticello columns, you are witnessing history aging in your palm. But here's where the magic happens. Because this coin lacks a mint mark, experts traced it back to a small production batch with a surprisingly low survival rate. While thousands entered circulation, only a microscopic number survived in collectible condition. And even fewer carry the exact antique discoloration and circulation pattern that pushes this coin into the elite tier of rarity. When collectors spot this tone, the dusty yellow patina, almost glowing like an artifact pulled from a forgotten chest, they know they are dealing with something extraordinary. That is why demand in the collector's market is explosive. People wait months, sometimes years, hoping one appears in an auction. And when one does, the competition becomes fierce. This coin is not considered valuable. It is considered a hidden treasure. Its present demand is rising like a storm because every new discovery confirms how unbelievably rare these surviving specimens are. Today's auction market has pushed this coin to a staggering $380,000, a value that shakes the entire nickel category. This isn't just money. This is the kind of treasure that transforms an old dirty coin into a fortune. The market value climbs day by day as collectors tighten their grip on the few pieces left. Don't think this is fiction. This is updated sale data from today's auction market, and experts believe the golden time for this coin hasn't even peaked yet. If a viewer finds this exact no-mint antique yellow piece in circulation, they aren't holding a coin, they're holding a vault of hidden wealth. A pocket-sized fortune. A once-in-a-lifetime discovery. And every new sale shakes the collecting world again, confirming that anyone, anywhere, could stumble on a small metal secret holding hundreds of thousands of dollars. For collectors, the tip is simple but powerful. Study the no-mint Monticello design. Look closely for the aged yellow tone, the deep circulation wear, the older metal feel, and the authentic texture that only true vintage pieces carry. Keep this coin in protective storage the moment you suspect you have it, and never ever clean it. Its aged patina is part of its royalty. Coin number 1 sets the tone for today's treasure hunt, and if this is only the beginning, imagine what waits ahead. When a coin like this appears, it doesn't just sit in your hand, it pulls your future upward. And now we move toward the next discovery. Now we move to a coin that changed the entire direction of American coinage history. A coin born in a year when the United States was undergoing one of the biggest transitions in its minting era. The 1964 Jefferson nickel with the D mint mark may look like a normal 5-cent piece at first glance, especially when it's found in fine but circulated condition. But don't let the ordinary look fool you. This year, 1964, became a turning point for U.S. coin production. And within that chaos, a tiny group of rare survivors emerged, including this incredible 1964 D nickel that now stands tall as one of the most hunted treasures in pocket change. This year carries weight. America was shifting its coin compositions. Silver shortages were hitting hard, mint facilities were under pressure, and the Denver Mint was working at extreme capacity. Millions were made, yes, but most were rushed, worn out early, damaged, or lost. And in that race, a rare handful of coins were struck with unusually sharp details, stronger metal integrity, and minting quirks that now make them elite collectibles. The 1964 D nickel you see today in fine condition sits right in the center of that historical storm, and the intensity of its background only increases its charm. Look closely at its Monticello design. The architecture stands proudly even after years of circulation, and when a viewer recognizes the crisp lines around the building, the clean strike on Jefferson's portrait, and the subtle shine still resting inside its fine-conditioned surfaces, they understand instantly why collectors chase it. The composition of copper nickel during this period carries a unique metallic tone, slightly brighter than earlier decades, slightly tougher than later ones, giving the coin a distinctive personality that enthusiasts love to study. But the magic moment comes when you flip the coin and see the D mint mark. That little D is the doorway into rarity. The Denver Mint made vast quantities, but within that sea of production, tiny controlled batches were struck under different conditions, leaving behind coins with microscopic variations, stronger dyes, and different aging patterns. These special survivors are what collectors dream of finding. And the 1964 D in fine condition is exactly one of those legendary survivors. Its tone, its circulation marks, its texture, all of it merges into a fingerprint of true rarity. Demand for this coin in the collector's market is wildfire. People don't wait for opportunities, they chase them. They track old rolls, search old drawers, buy sealed bags from the era, anything to get even a glimpse of one of these rare pieces. And when one enters an auction, the energy in the room becomes electric. The present value of this coin has soared to $350,000 in today's auction market, and every new sale confirms the upward climb. These sales aren't random spikes, they're signals. Signals that the market understands this coin isn't just valuable, it is a hidden treasure waiting to make its next appearance. And the climb isn't stopping. The value is increasing day by day, and collectors believe the golden time for 1964 D isn't even close to its peak. If someone finds this coin in their pocket change, they are not holding a nickel. They are holding a massive fortune compressed into metal. A piece of hidden wealth that once slipped through everyday hands unnoticed, now standing as a giant among rare coins. It is the kind of discovery that turns a moment into a lifetime story. And where most people see a normal old 5-cent piece, the lucky finder uncovers a secret treasure chest disguised as a coin. That's the real power of this 1964 D. For collectors, the guidance is clear. Study the Monticello lines. Look for that Denver Mint mark. Pay attention to the surface shine, the remaining details, the fine condition clarity on Jefferson's cheek and hair, and the honest circulation marks that confirm authenticity. Store it carefully, preferably in a protective case or airtight holder. Don't polish, don't clean, and don't handle it too much. Its original condition is part of what pushes it into its legendary value tier. This coin shows that history, timing, and survival can merge into something extraordinary. And as we move forward to the next treasure, remember this: every year of the Monticello series holds secrets, but only a rare few hold fortunes. Coin number 3 is about to show you exactly why. Next up, now we step into a coin born in one of the most unpredictable phases of American minting history. The year 1970 wasn't just another year of nickel production. It was a period when the United States Mint was grappling with shifting economic pressures, rising production demands, and a nation transitioning through new industrial changes. In the middle of that pressure-filled chapter, the 1977 Jefferson nickel quietly emerged, and among the massive production runs, a microscopic group of rare survivors escaped into circulation. These are the coins that now shock the collector's market, and the one you see in old, dirty, circulated condition might look like a forgotten scrap at first, but its story is far more powerful than its appearance. The background of this coin is layered with history. The country was stabilizing its coin compositions after the metal crisis of the 1960s. Minting machinery was being updated, and Denver's facility was balancing quantity over perfection. This atmosphere produced a surprising mix of ordinary coins and extremely rare outliers. The 1977 nickel that carried stronger die strikes, clearer Monticello frameworks, and a unique surface integrity that allowed them to stand out decades later. When you hold this coin, even with its dirty, aged, heavily traveled look, you are holding a witness of the mint's transition era. The composition remains the classic copper-nickel blend, but something about the metal tone of the 1977 coins aged differently. The dirty, darkened patina settles into the coin's design lines like shadows of time, creating an antique character that collectors secretly adore. These natural marks become proof of authenticity, proof of survival, and proof that this coin journeyed through everyday life before becoming a hidden treasure. The D Mint mark earns special attention because Denver's production quirks during this year are exactly what created ultra-rare variants. Slight die differences, rotational misalignments, and microscopic planche quirks produce specimens that now stand as premium finds in the collector's world. And here's where the magic hits. The 1977 D nickel in this old, dirty, circulated condition is not just uncommon. It is one of the hardest to locate in the elite tier category. Very few pieces from this batch survived with enough detail for collectors to recognize their rarity. Most were lost, destroyed, or worn down beyond identification. But the ones that remained became giants in today's market, prized for the way they aged, the way their details survived circulation, and the way they carry that unmistakable vintage aura. Collectors don't just want this coin, they compete for it. Demand shoots upward every time one surfaces. It's the kind of coin that disappears instantly once spotted because everyone knows what it represents: hidden fortune disguised under dirt. And today's auction market confirms it again and again. This treasure reaches an astonishing $330,000 in updated sales, turning the worn, dirty nickel into a vault of wealth. The market value is climbing daily, and experts believe that this is still the early stage of its upward curve. The golden time is ahead, and every new sale strengthens its status as one of the most astonishing pocket change treasures in United States numismatics. Don't take this as fiction. This is current reality from today's auction data. If someone finds a 1977 D nickel with this exact old, dirty, circulated look, they are not touching a coin. They are touching a hidden powerhouse of wealth. A sleeper treasure that lived unnoticed in pockets, drawers, jars, and coin rolls for more than 50 years, only to explode in value today. It is the definition of hidden wealth waiting for the right pair of eyes. For collectors, the guidance is simple. Look carefully at every 1977 nickel you come across. Search for the D Mint mark, the aged surface, the worn Monticello pillars, the old deep patina that settles into the coin like history etched into metal. Keep it safe the moment you suspect you have found one. Don't clean it, don't shine it, don't disturb its natural vintage tone. The aged texture is part of its identity and part of the reason collectors love it. Next up, now we step into a coin born in a decade of massive economic shifts, technological upgrades, and unexpected mint transitions. The year 1985 may sound modern compared to earlier nickels, but this year quietly produced one of the most surprising treasures in the Monticello series. And the coin you're about to meet, the 1985 Jefferson nickel with the D Mint mark, is a perfect example of how a coin from the recent past can explode in rarity and value. Even in its blackish, old, antique, dirty look, even in heavy circulation, this coin stands as one of the most unexpected fortunes hiding in everyday pocket change. The year 1985 is more important than people realize. The United States Mint was pushing toward new production systems, experimenting with upgraded dye technology, and adjusting machinery that hadn't fully stabilized yet. This was a period when quality control wasn't perfectly consistent. Some batches came out crisp and perfect. Others came out with slight dye fatigue, and a very tiny percentage emerged with rare mechanical differences that collectors hunt today. That tiny group includes the ultra-rare 1985 D nickels that survived circulation with distinctive aging patterns, unique metallic tones, and strong design features hidden beneath their darkened surfaces. When you hold this coin, the first thing that grabs attention is its deep blackish patina. Years of circulation created an antique texture, almost like the coin soaked up history and turned it into color. Instead of hurting its value, this darkened tone becomes its crown. Collectors adore this naturally aged look because it makes the coin stand out from the standard 80s nickels that look too modern, too clean, too predictable. This one looks like something rescued from a forgotten corner of time. And when you rotate it under light, the worn Monticello building still peeks through the shadows, revealing design lines that survived decades of handling. Flip it over and the D mint mark instantly reveals why this coin matters. Denver's minting environment in 1985 was under heavy speed-focused production. Massive quantities were struck every single day, and the goal was efficiency, not perfection. Because of that, only a microscopic portion was produced with exceptional strike strength and metal integrity. Fewer still survived in collectible form, and even fewer survived with that distinctive blackish antique look that collectors crave. This is the coin that breaks patterns, the one that proves rarity can come from any year, any decade, any condition. The demand for this coin in the collector's market is astonishing. Whenever one appears at auction, the atmosphere changes. People know how rare it is to find a circulated 1985 D with the exact aging, color, and metal markers that define the elite tier survivors. These coins don't sit in listings for long. They ignite competition instantly. And today's auction market pushes this rare beauty to a breathtaking $300,000. A coin that once lived in someone's pocket, tossed into jars, passed through countless hands, now stands as a massive treasure. The market value climbs day by day, and experts say the golden wave for this coin is still rising. This isn't a dream or exaggeration. This is today's updated auction reality. Anyone who finds this coin in circulation today is not holding a 5-cent piece. They are holding a hidden fortune sealed inside metal. A treasure shaped by time, darkened by age, and elevated by rarity. This is the kind of discovery that no one expects from the 1980s, yet when it appears, it shakes the entire numismatic community. It is living proof that treasure hides where nobody thinks to look. Collectors know exactly what to watch for. Study the Monticello lines under the aging. Look for the strong D mint mark placement. Examine the blackish texture and how it settles into the high points of the design. Protect the coin immediately. Store it in a holder or airtight capsule, and never attempt to clean it. The antique surface is part of its personality, part of its value, and part of what makes collectors chase it. The 1985 D nickel shows that even a modern-era coin can carry a fortune if it emerges from the right moment in minting history. And with this treasure revealed, the journey now moves to our final rare nickel, and its story will shake this list all over again. All right, folks, hold on tight, because what I'm about to show you could completely change how you look at your pocket change forever. You think your coins are just coins? Well, think again. Right here in my hand, I have a 1991 Monticello Jefferson nickel with the D mint mark. At first glance, it may look like an ordinary old nickel with some dirt spots and wear from years of circulation. But trust me, this is no ordinary coin. This little 5-cent piece hides a fortune in plain sight, a true treasure that collectors dream about. And if you think this is just a story, stick with me, because the secrets of this coin will blow your mind. Now, why is 1991 such a critical year for this Jefferson nickel? That year marked an important shift in the minting process and circulation patterns. Only a limited number of these coins were produced at the Denver Mint with this particular condition, which makes it incredibly rare. The composition is your classic 75% copper, 25% nickel, but the magic lies in its preservation and the unique spotting that time has gifted it. These natural imperfections aren't flaws. They're what make this coin stand out in the collector's market. giving it a personality and a story that no freshly minted coin could ever match. Collectors go crazy for coins like this because rarity alone isn't enough. It's the combination of historical significance, unique circulation wear, and that antique charm that drives demand sky high. Imagine holding a coin in your hand that traveled decades, saw countless pockets, yet survived with its story intact. That's priceless in the collector's world. The minute someone spots these unique dirt patterns and that antique look, the excitement begins. Here's where the real magic happens. Today's auction market has recognized just how special this coin is. The latest sale shows this 1991 D mint nickel commanding an astonishing $240,000. That's right. This tiny coin, something most of us might overlook in our change, is officially part of the big leagues, a treasure worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. For anyone holding one of these, you are essentially holding hidden wealth in your pocket, a fortune waiting to be claimed. And here is a tip for collectors. Always check your circulation coins carefully. Even coins that look old, dirty, or spotted could hide enormous value. Patience is key. Market values for ultra-rare coins like this are climbing steadily. Don't rush, hold, protect, and wait for the golden moment because this is the type of hidden treasure that grows richer with time. To sum it up, this 1991 Monticello Jefferson nickel D mint mark is far from ordinary. Its historical significance, rarity, unique circulated look, and the astonishing current auction price make it one of the most valuable coins today. If you ever find a coin that looks like this in your change, don't just pocket it, treasure it, because you could literally be holding a fortune in your hand. And that's not all. Our journey through the Monticello Jefferson nickel treasures doesn't end here. Make sure to watch the full series, because every coin we have discussed is part of a world of hidden wealth that most people do not even know exists. So keep your eyes open, check your coins, and remember sometimes, the biggest fortunes come in the smallest, most unexpected forms.